Now you've got something to say here. You make your piece, if you will.
Right. I have a little thing typed out to end this show here. Guys, I'd like to say this. I've done a lot of thinking on why this season has gone the way it's gone so far. And I've come to the conclusion that maybe, just possibly, Kwesi is out of his depth. And you heard Lucas kind of mention this, which I'm glad he did with the roster construction. I looked into his 23 draft picks before this year because I'm not going to determine those players just yet. And really, it takes time to have these players develop, but you want to try and hit on these players that have instant success ideally, or just have these flashes of being a player that can last in this league. Out of his 23 draft picks before this year, he has hit on just 4 players. And that's honestly generous. Mm-hmm. We have 2 certified in Jordan Addison and Will Reichard, absolute dogs. And I threw in Jalen Naylor and Levi Drake Rodriguez, maybe to make myself feel better. We've seen the flashes from Levi Drake. I love the intensity he plays with. Really does seem like a certified Vikings type player. And Jalen Naylor has been an all right wide receiver 3 for us. I'm just praying that JJ and Dallas Turner develop into the top players at their position, but we just haven't seen it yet. The bottom line is that we relied too heavily on free agents, and this year's class has been a disaster. The NFL draft is the foundation in building a team, and it's the lifeblood, if you will. We bring in all these savvy vets from year to year, but have had nothing to show for the majority of the draft picks in this regime. Yesterday, Kobe King was claimed by the Jets, so that's yet another one that's a miss. After doing this for 3 years, we're just now finding out, Alana, this season what virtually no draft success and a broken free agent group looks like. This season, as of this moment, seems to have a ceiling of 8 and 9, and I don't even want to talk about the floor just yet. On the brighter side, there is one possibility that I'd like to ask our audience to entertain, and that is the concept of the signature win. If Darisaw and O'Neal can return after this mini bye and we can have some semblance of protection, this game is not unwinnable. JJ McCarthy, he has the chance here to stun the world and silence the noise around him that we've just heard so much of. Is he the guy? Is he not? A win against Detroit in their stadium, especially where JJ McCarthy played college, won a national championship there, that would be like a where legends are made type situation. And that is what we should root for in a week and a half here. It's a must-win game playoff-wise. We need a 2022 resurrection in resiliency and toughness. Mm-hmm. Like how we saw from that year, maybe not the best overall roster, but those guys played together. They played hard. They battled through adversity, and they got through it, made it to the playoffs. This game has franchise-altering implications in my mind. If J.J. McCarthy plays very well and has that signature win, it could change the trajectory of the next few years for us. If not, if he does terrible, we're just going to have to wait and see and let him develop. But it could be very, very shaky for the next few years, especially with him going behind this depleted offensive line. Let's get to 4-4. I think, as I've said, I think this is winnable. Let's at least try and stay in the race. 3-4, better than 1-5. Actually, it'd be 1-6 to wait 3 and 4. I cannot do math right now.
We can't do math right now. Well, you know, let's not win or hold on.
Let's not win.
Clearly, okay.
Let's tank the season. Let's get that first overall pick. How about that?
Let's not lose 3 in a row here.
No. We kind of need to do what the Chargers did. They lost 2 in a row. They got back on track, and they looked hot, dude.
And I think, I'm hoping that maybe Detroit, I know that they don't fear us. I hear them talk about how, we've beat them the last 2 years. So, and they're right. Like, why would they? But I'm hoping maybe they let their guard down a bit. Mm-hmm. And then we come in. We have to absolutely attack them, because although what I want to say is that all we need is JJ to be decent. Like, please just be okay. Mm-hmm. But it's the Lions, and to beat them, we absolutely need to attack them and come out completely different and ready for this game. I'm hoping that maybe my theory is that JJ's just really good at divisional games, and somehow he'll just find a way. Yeah, maybe he'll just find a way to beat the Lions. It's possible. I'm a little fearful. I hate to admit it, but I mean,
Brian O'Neill and Christian Darrisaw could very well come back for this game, which is massive. Mm-hmm. And it's like you said, he just needs to have competent play, just stick to the fundamentals, and the defense is going to be massive in this game. We need the run defense to step up and not allow Jahmyr Gibbs to have I would say, the floor and ceiling for Gibbs on this game is either it's a 6-touchdown Alvin Kamara Christmas type game. Yeah. Which, please God, no. Yeah. Or we can hold him to, just 2 weeks ago, Saquon, we held him to like 30-some yards. Mm-hmm. So it's very possible. It's going to be tough, though. It's going to be the biggest test they've had all year, and it's already a depleted team.
The possible momentum, if they do win this game, would be great.
And this is the Vikings we're talking about, okay? They're never going to just outright fold. I'd like to believe that, and I know that they have that in them still. I'd like to see them come out and destroy. Not destroy, but let's just have a
please just be
competitive game. And let's edge this one out, dude. Let's get to 4-4. So.
Absolutely. Let's go. Signing off.